Bitcoin's price just broke above $39,000, and this is the highest we've been all year. And of course, pullbacks will happen, but the fundamental growth is real, as just in. The total Bitcoin addresses surpass 50 million for the first time ever, at the same time that $600 million worth of shorts were liquidated in one candle. That's what pushed the Bitcoin price up today. And this is what's causing the altcoins to start to wake up. This is the Altcoin Season Index based on historical values. Anything under roughly 25 is Bitcoin season. Anything over 75 is altcoin season. And while today it is currently neither Bitcoin nor altcoin season, the trend is clearly changing. And here's a few different altcoins that I own that I think have huge potential. Of course, investing in crypto in general is very risky. Never invest more into altcoins than you're willing to lose. And this first one did a great space the other day, the future of Bonsai 3 with special guests Brian D. Evans and CryptosRUs. We'll hear what George thinks, but as they describe themselves.
So let me just explain to you guys a little bit about Bonsai 3, for those that don't know. Bonsai 3 is a codeless toolset. It started out with a discussion that me and my co-founders had about WordPress. About what WordPress did to Web 2, about how it completely changed the community around web development, around getting websites live, about empowering anyone to be able to deliver some a technical product, so to speak. And we felt that in Web 3 this is currently missing. Something that really bridges the gap, something that makes the barrier to entry lower, something that just makes it easier to get on chain. So Bonsai 3 consists of various so-called branches, is what we like to call them. Again, they're all codeless tools. At the moment in this phase, we have a token creation tool that's completely codeless, and a launchpad that's completely codeless, which is currently live on testnet. Next to that, we look to support projects with their whole product lifetime journey using our codeless solutions. Cool, so that's the short version.
Now again, Bonsai 3 and the seed token, very new. In fact, the testnet is out, the mainnet is about to come out, I think in a few short days. I liked what CryptosRUs had to say about the potential.
That's what brought me in. I'm no developer, but over the years, I've used many tools. WordPress is one of them. Like my website, CryptosRUs.com, was developed in WordPress. And, I just feel like for the general masses, node code solutions or turnkey solutions are the way to go, right? Of course, if you have custom development, that's the ultimate. But for a lot of people, that's not in their wheelhouse. It's just not possible for someone to be as deep as someone that's been programming for 20 years, right? But there's also a market where, if you have no code solutions or turnkey solutions, you could kind of level the playing field, so to speak, for a lot of creators that want to come out with something really easily, really fast. And Brian mentioned about security, making sure that security is a big part of it, and there's no vulnerabilities or hacks that will be available because it's already been audited.
Now another altcoin project that's been getting a lot of hype is Prisma.
I want to jump to Prisma now. I think DeFi Dad and I have both seen you tweeting a lot about Prisma.
They describe themselves as the end game for liquid staking tokens, a non-custodial and decentralized Ethereum liquid staking token-backed stablecoin. Obviously, this would be pegged to $1, but they also have a governance token as well.
I think there's a lot of players that are smaller players that are looking to come on board Prisma.
So this is an excerpt taken from the new Edge podcast. This episode focused on the growing family of Curve-related VE tokenomics protocols. CryptoVestor77 shares some alpha on why he's more bullish than ever on the newest additions to the Curve Finance and Convex Finance family, Protocol FX and Prisma Fi.
I guess paying attention to Prisma, I know it's on the radar, obviously, but have you seen any of these players accumulating any sort of voting power here, or what would they be accumulating in order to kind of do what you mentioned Frax did? Or do you think they'll be just more active in like these hidden hand or Vodium markets? Like how do they get in on this?
So the question is, are we starting to see these big DeFi players start to take interest in these protocols?
Is there any indication that they are?
Yeah, I think there is some early signs, but I mean, I don't have any firsthand knowledge, but I do think they're going to be participating in the vote markets for sure. And I think, so that's both of them, probably Hidden Hand and Vodium. I think Frax knew early on, like they were going to win this game, and they knew that, I'm assuming they had some kind of knowledge that a lot of locking was going to take place with Prisma. I do think there's some others, like Origin ETH is got a proposal up now to be integrated with Prisma, and they hold a lot of CVX. So I know that's going to happen. I'm assuming Hidden Hand, Redacted Cartel with their PX ETH, they hold a lot of CVX. I'm assuming they're going to be on the Prisma platform soon. And of course, Clever, when we were talking about Aladdin, I'm assuming because they're going to do something with Clev ETH, and they have a lot of CVX. I think that they're probably a candidate as well if they end up doing something with a liquid staking derivative. So yeah, I think there's a lot of players that are smaller players that are looking to come on board Prisma.
Again, just showing the interest in liquid staking tokens and Prisma's impact. Are there any AI cryptos today that are on your radar? So actually, in this unreleased part of the interview I did with Coin Bureau about 8 days ago, this will be one of the last great crypto bull runs. Hundreds of thousands of people have already watched this. I'll link this down below. There was a whole extra 15 minutes where we just talked about AI that was actually never released. I asked Guy from Coin Bureau his thoughts on top AI cryptos that he likes now.
It's going to be wild. There's going to be a heck of a lot of development. We're going to see AI-related crypto projects go absolutely crazy. A lot of that will be pure speculation, so you need to be careful out there. There is an upside though. There is huge potential benefits. You talked about this idea of AI sort of democratizing information.
Are there any AI cryptos today that are on your radar?
Not that I'm really aware of. I know that there's a few, Singularity Net and Fetch AI I've noticed have done well, but I've sort of kept myself back from the AI crypto niche because I think there is a genuine risk of being in bubble territory. But where I am sort of interested in what AI is doing or the consequences of AI at the moment is going back to this idea of data, because AI needs data. That data needs storing, and that data needs storing ideally in a decentralized manner. So again, I think I'm kind of looking more at, I'm kind of trying to look beyond AI projects themselves and think, well, what is going to be the infrastructure needed for this sector to keep this sector afloat? And data is sort of where I've alighted on at the moment. And I mean, look, we are going to look more into AI projects, AI crypto projects at the moment. But because I think we're so close to the beginning of this, I think it's just too early to tell. So yeah, I'm looking more at the infrastructure side of it.
If you want me to release the full AI interview with Coin Bureau, comment down below. But when Guy says he's focusing on the infrastructure, not the specific AI coins, but the underlying data storage infrastructure, what does he mean? I like what you're saying. It is such a speculative mess right now in AI. What does have quality? But the Graph protocol, Filecoin, Arweave, those are the infrastructure and they will be needed. Be sure to click subscribe. You do not want to miss our daily video keeping you informed about crypto.